All right, Pepe. Let's get the show on the road and let's get professional. You know what to do. You know what to do. Push the button to the left. Pepe, to the left. Oh, I got the juices flowing. The family's here with me. Yes. Hello. Say hello to the family, everyone. They're here live with me. And you should be too. We're here every Thursday. And we have fun watching Inside Star Citizen. That's what we like doing. We like chilling out, having a good time, talking one of our favorite developmental games of all time. We love it. We love it. We talk about it in Discord all the time. When we're not talking about it in Discord, we're dreaming about it. Okay, I'm going a little too far over the edge. Pull me back now. So I'm not quite sure. I never watch any of these until I'm doing this live with you guys. So all the reactions, these are all my reactions, good or bad, whatever they may be. I always just wait. I see it pop up and I go, okay, it's up. It's now time to watch it with the fam. And so every reaction is just like first time me seeing it, you know, and that's what this show's about, is like Sharon, and Karen. So let's watch it together. Hey, what's going on, Hammer? How you doing, bro? I saw you in Discord say, hey, somebody let me know when DG's gonna start the show. Let's get going and let's watch the inside. Oh, and by the way, we're having bonus content afterwards. Now let's watch the Inside Star Citizen show and let's go.
Inventory management at its core is player experience.
We focus a lot on the usability and how it felt.
Game development.
Look at that detail. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the detail. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better with those 3080s. Those 3080s.
On the usability and how it felt.
Game development is definitely an iterative process.
What's going on? Hammer? God bless you, dude. This kid is very excited. This kid's waiting for Star Citizen. Somebody give this kid his Star Citizen. Thank you, Hammer. Thank you. Now back to the show.
There's no one who writes a design doc and then a few weeks later produces a finished feature.
We're stopping. Thank you guys. They're supporting me, everyone. I know some people are like, I just want to watch the show, and everybody keeps donating. Well, these people are helping me out. So just take a breath. It's okay. Thank you, Killian. Thank you for that share, bro.
Game and says, "Oh, that worked, guys. Great. What's next?"
J-Dubs, thank you. Take that, says J-Dubs, everybody watching. Thank you, J-Dubs. Thank you. Inventory control. Oh, inventory control. Oh.
A couple of releases ago, we released
I see what we're doing today. I see what we're doing today. Hey, Saif, thanks for the follow, bro.
its first iteration. When we come to release things, it's not always at a stage.
We have just pissed off every single person trying to watch this show right now, but I love it. Thank you, Scooter. Thank you. Thank you so much for the subscription, bro. Now let's watch, just for a moment, Everybody, I know you're excited. Remember, we have to be professional. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you. I'm so split about this right now. Thank you for your support. Now be professional. So we can watch this.
Stage where we're ready to go 100%. It's not 100% polished, but we still need to provide something so that the base features.
Oh, Jesus. Well, we've completely lost all viewership on YouTube right now. If you guys are still watching on YouTube when this uploads to you, God bless you. But thank you, Hammer. Thank you. God, this is what Two-Face must feel like. Maybe we should just restart the show when everything calms down. Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, are we okay? Are we okay? Are we cool now? Are we cool? No, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's feeling the love right now. This is a love fest right now. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate the love.
Functionality of that feature that we've requested is provided, but the benefits of it may not be obvious to the players when they're playing it, but it's immense for us because we get feedback. If you guys play something and you hate it, then us knowing that early on is so.
Thank you, Scooter. Thank you.
Much better than finding out, a year down the line when we've put a year's worth of work into it. In the next iteration, the feature is being iterated on to allow players to interact with inventory outside of themselves, and that's going to be with a new user interface.
So the inventory is still accessed the same way.
Oh, this is looking good. Thank you, Doc.
The player can either go to the personal inner thought and click on the inventory slot, or then press the keybind that by default is Y. And that will bring the inventory screen. On the left side of the screen, the player will see the different containers that currently has equipped. These containers can be equipped through the PMA, like before. And then every time an item is stored, they will be stored on these containers.
What do you guys think about that?
The player can see the current capacity, which currently contains.
What do you guys think about that in the chat? Also in the comments for those that are watching this on YouTube that got to this part. Congratulations! And don't worry, Scooter, we missed the first part of the show too. Doc says he's loving it. What else? I want to hear in chat. I want to hear from fam what you guys think about that.
It's been used because previously you didn't have access to that. And then the player has access to all the inventory management functionalities, that being drag and drop between different containers.
Thank you, Dev.
Items of the same type. It can split because by default an item of the same type is stacked together. So it can split some of them, switch part of them to another container. And then, of course, you can access to the contextual menu of the item and then have the same interaction you had previously that are available for that item. That being carry, drink, equip, and so on.
The tech that makes this feature possible is building blocks. I'm sure you've heard of
I was just going to say building blocks.
The past few months. It really has revolutionized the way we develop the UI, and I think it's uncorked a bottle.
Much better.
Which is great.
In my opinion.
In terms of one of the things that we're not quite happy with yet is the holo shader. It looks great on some of the objects, so some of the commodities look okay, but there are others, say like a bottle of water or whatnot, it just really doesn't pick out the detail enough. So that's something that the graphics team and the UI tech team are working together to give us an improvement on. When it does, I think it's going to make a big improvement.
With this iteration of the inventory, you can also have the possibility to access inventories that are external to the players. So currently, the use
for
case
sure,
we
Jay,
have
for
is
sure,
the green
dude.
rock.
The intention is to allow you to interact with things outside.
This is a much easier way to organize all the assets, man. Like I actually dig this.
Your character, and then interact with the inventory within that. So if you're wandering around with your multi-tool lasering rocks,
everything's very visual, very simplistic. The design's very good on this.
Your backpack into the back of your green rock.
Look what building blocks is doing.
Future releases, we're definitely going to see a lot more using this feature.
Yeah. Same here. This makes it super amazing for industrial players. Like this is exactly what industrial players want. All your different areas where you're able to hold your cargo all in one spot, being able to easily transfer them between areas where you can put the local cargo containers at. So this actually is much better and simplistic to use to transfer different portions of cargo from one cargo area to another cargo area. I really love this. I wonder if this will interact also with cargo decks. Congratulations, the community challenge is now 50% complete, guys. Your emoticon mug is almost here. I just got a notification.
I already enjoy making corpses, but at some point I'm going to be able to start riffling through them and seeing what's in their inventory as well. And that's really exciting.
I believe this is going to be instituted in 311,
Having the right tool
Santa.
for the job and being able to find it effectively and quickly among your inventory will become more and more important as the variety of locations and situations a player can find themselves in.
And like Killian's saying, I agree with him. The graphical differences could be a bit more fleshed out, but they are working on it. So like we just got like the rudimentary building blocks with inventory right now. Absolutely agree with you, Killian. Like I think that it's nice to have this base down for utility's sake, but like you're saying, Killian, they should upgrade the graphics a little bit. Just a little bit. Just tweak them up a notch or two. I absolutely agree with you, man. Totally.
Continues to expand in each and every patch. And to continue this theme of the places you'll go, here's another locations-themed sprint report. Let's get to it. While cargo decks will arrive with the upcoming Alpha 311, and we'll be taking an in-depth look at what went into building them next week, let's jump ahead now to the current progress on their industrial sibling refinery decks. Now currently in gray box phase, the team has recently completed a first pass sprint on what we refer to internally as world building. That's where artists go through and begin to set dress the location with anything appropriate from our existing library of assets, while at the same time making a shopping list of desired items to be created by their very best friends, the props team. Along the way, they also took a look at the smelter drums, one of the key visual reads within all refinery decks. They were reading a bit simplistic before, so a pass was done to improve them with a few soft surface elements used to create a nice, discernible breakup in the overall shape language. Jumping back to Alpha 311, public roadmap watchers may have noticed the recent addition of several new
Welcome to the fam,
to our existing locations, including updates to our geology library so that they'll use the new organic shader.
Your guys' amount of love today on this show is hitting me directly in my care muscle. My care muscle is at maximum right now. Thank you so much, everybody who has done so much to support this channel today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Everything's looking good. This episode's actually making me feel real good. Like everything about today is making me feel real good. You guys are achieving ultimate care level. Thank you. Thank you.
Updated ground textures using enhanced scan data, improved tessellation and displacement of scattered objects across the surface, and as we've discussed in the past, an overall general advancement of the painting tool that utilizes all of these new features in newly dynamic and interesting ways. What you're seeing here is actually the beginning of a sprint where an artist has begun repainting Daymar with these new tools to update the rock sets and remove some of the more, let's call them potato-looking rocks that could be found before. And for these new rocks, conversion to use of the new organic shader means they'll look and feel more natural than ever before.
That looks much better. Okay, so they're getting rid of all the potatoes. They're getting rid of all the potato-like rocks, and they're putting the nicer looks in it. How much work do you think that takes? Like, how much time is this taking? Like, I understand, but man, that's that.
Now below the rocks, nearly 100
it looks
new
much more realistic
surfaces have been implemented for use on all the planets and moons of the Stanton system, seen here through the increased detail found in the sand and gravel of Daymar. Now once each area is repainted with the new tools, the process of validation begins, where folks will have to comb through the various terrains to make certain all the blending is as it should be and the material assignments are correct. Overall, it's useful to test these new features out on existing locations that everyone involved is super familiar with before they're eventually integrated into the new planets and moons of the upcoming Pyro system. Speaking of which, it's been a while since we've checked in on the team's progress, so here...
Woo! Hey, Refunk, welcome to the fam. What's up, Soviet? Good to see you here, bro. Whoa, man, this one... Is this Pyro? Look at that like pinkish hue to that sun. Ooh,
Here's a look at some explorations currently underway on one of the moons orbiting Pyro 5. Now, these explorations are typically done to see how far we can push current tech and asset packs before anyone goes and makes something new that may or may not be needed.
My eyes. What a feel-good day this is today. What a feel-good day this is today, man. This is the next system, and this is this is the thing people are bitching about. Oh, Star Citizen's only one system. Oh, Star Citizen's only one system. Yeah, Crusader's gonna take a while. Crusader's gonna be after the introduction of Pyro, most likely. But look at the next system. The next system is here. They're working on it. It's ready to go as soon as we get this Cortex shit figured out. And we talked about that. Welcome, Chispa, to the family, dude. I talked about that, actually. I released a highlight today about Chad McKinney, which, by the way, should get the MVP since he's working on Cortex and such a cool dude. J-Dubs, damn, dude. Making me feel amazing right now. Making me feel amazing. But look at Pyro. J-Dubs, that cheer was very similar to the feeling I'm getting right now, bro. You matched it up, man. You matched it up nice, dude. Wow.
And what you're seeing here is a second pass exploration like that. Now, after the initial round of feedback, there was a feeling amongst the team here that it seemed a little too much like...
Woo! Everybody's excited about Pyro, man. Everybody's excited about Pyro. Man. There's a lot of us looking forward to going over to the next system, aren't we? I mean, like, really. Like, all the hands raise up at the same time. Like, we all want to go to Pyro. F in chat for Pyro. F in chat for Pyro. What's up, Santa? Thanks for those bits, dude. You guys are amazing today. I'm telling you what, we're all looking forward to it. You can smell it. It's in the air. People are excited. You feel it? This is how badly people want another system to go to. It's in the air. It's permeating. You can feel it around you. The fam has spoken. The fam has spoken.
Like Red Daymar, which is understandable as early work in this phase is done expressly with existing asset libraries and tech.
Oh,
so the specific efforts of this second patch
color, man, the color is amazing.
More of the dried, crumbly volcanic aspects of the moon's surface, while adding a few new additions to the asset library here and there. Now, once the new painting tool improvements have finished their trial runs on Stan's existing planets and moons this quarter, and been put through the paces by players in the upcoming Alpha 311, and after first passes have been completed on all the other planets and moons of the Pyro.
God bless you. You guys are amazing. We all need a naughty place to go to, he says. Yeah, this is going to be the area where we all get to behave badly, too. Pyro's gonna be that unlawful kind of mode. Thank you. Welcome to the family, Shadow. And thank you, Tech. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing today. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to Pyro. Even not only because of the looks, but like Tech is saying, like it's also gonna be my kind of area. It's gonna be that Yar kind of like let's get dangerous mode. You know, like you gotta put your big boy pants on to go to Pyro. Welcome, Kobe, to the fam, dude. You're joining in at a good time right now. We're all getting excited, and we want Cloud Imperium to know that we're ready. So let's giddy up. Let's hurry it up.
Pyro system. The team will return to this moon and continue to push it in new exciting ways. Even in these
I see you, Ryu.
Bet we'll be back to check in on its continued evolution as it makes its way into the Star Citizen persistent universe. Finally, several weeks ago, we showcased some initial concept explorations
more info on this.
Homesteads, frontier housing to be found out in the wilderness areas of undeveloped.
What's up about the verse? Man, it's an action-packed show today. You guys are filled with action. I feel like I'm watching like an Avengers movie right now. You guys are filled with action. Okay, wait for 1 second. Be inactive. Just be inactive for a second. I want to hear about these about this, please fam, please let me hear, please. Because I had postulated that most likely this was going to be like NPC only. Now I know Morpheus or Morphologist did a video on this, which is really good, by the way, where with Rhino 6, an editor that he uses, he made his own like hab. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to do that in Star Citizen. That's not in the cards. But I think, in a way, those people that have Pioneers are going to be able to make their own hab systems and their own kind of like areas and to make them as custom as they can. But then they threw this in the mix a couple weeks back. So I'm really looking forward to like what Jared is going to say about this, if there's any additional information. Because he left us with very vague information that it was like NPCs and stuff of that nature. So just a moment here, guys.
Developed planets and moons, and there were a lot to choose from. So the next step has been to turn some of those 2D sketches that we really liked into 3D sketches in Blender. To further explore the shape language, to see these things from as many different angles as possible.
Why does that look like a burner on an electric grill?
To build out a library of kit bash options for us to play with. At this stage, one of the main things we're looking for in fleshing out this colonial architectural vibe visually is that it looks like it can survive in many different climates, perhaps with a patching motif that indicates generations of use instead of the outright replacement of components that could keep them looking newer. As far as shape language, these efforts will also be used to help us land on a specific direction of cubical, conical, spherical, or some mix therein. Like most concepts, these visual explorations are just as important in figuring out what we do want as determining what we do not.
These are the
also
booby
under
habs.
Consideration are the materials.
These are the booby habs here. Now we're looking at the various versions of booby habs available.
That would be used to make these structures.
This is definitely hashtag veg.
Here to make the materials found in the walls or rooftops appear as if they were sourced from the planet where any homestead is.
Which one do you guys like? Which one are you guys? That I'm trying to look at like I kind of like the solar panels at the bottom are even really cool. Check out the solar panels near the bottom, that stack of solar panels. That's neat. The ones to the left that are like more rectangular, that look like old school HDD drives, I kind of like those ones. What are the arches are kind of cool. Those are neat. Really neat that they're designing these three-dimensionally. Like, this is really cool stuff. But we still don't know. We still don't know, you know, as far as like their utility, like how we're going to be able to use them. I really hope, I really do hope that this continues to expand. Like this idea keeps expanding outwards. Even if we can get some of these concepts and what they're doing like involved with the Pioneer, which is the hab building ship, that would be great. I don't think we will. And I still don't think that we'll be able to do much with these as far as like player driven, being able to do anything with these. But man, I would love it. I would love it.
Found whenever possible. Overall,
Can I have a booby
this
hat
is
on
one of the
my
most enjoyable
Yes, Jim.
periods for any concept artist. A time where it's more about exploring primitive forms and building shape relationships between core elements, researching traversal options and how they'll settle within the environment around them, and perhaps most importantly, working hand in hand with system designers to identify all the necessary gameplay components and the relational hierarchy necessary between them, so that when development of this feature really kicks into
Wow,
high
check out that
gear,
communal building. Woo, look how big these communal buildings are, man. I mean, if they're talking about a communal building, you'd have to think that these are like seriously going to be like outposts with like their own little towns and villages that you're going to be able to go into. I mean, that's very huge. Look at the scale. Look at that little dot in front of the communal building up top center. That's a dude. Like, look how big that is. That almost, you know, the top of that reminds me of like New Babbage, but flatter, you know, with the glass on top. But that's pretty large. Storage and botanical area at the bottom. Jeez, man, that looks great. See, this is what I like to see develop with like more player-driven actions. Like I would like to see more player-driven content in forms of this, especially since I've been playing Dual Universe lately and have my own land and of playing around with building on it. Like you really start to understand that like you continue to log back into things that you own. You know, when you feel like you own it and it's yours, and you come back to log in every night to do things to your own land and your areas, That's magical, man. That's magical.
Which really kicks into high gear. We'll all be creating something.
Yeah, those are awesome. Look at that big warehouse, top right.
The full complexity of the resource generation and item control
man,
system
this is
we discussed
exciting.
last quarter on Calling All Devs that is currently in development for ships, vehicles, and space stations alike.
Same here, Soviet. Yeah, me too, dude. Yep. Oh, and see, there you go. Wow, they got they got the constructs up.
So what did we learn about this week?
We
learned that with iteration, it can be used not only to solicit player feedback, but to support the simultaneous development of features between content teams. That the next stage of inventory management aims to open up the boxes and pockets of...
And let me just expand upon this for a moment, because I really want to get this voice out there. There's a lot of people that play Star Citizen that are looking forward to having, like, they bought these beacons. They bought beacons for their land. The next tidbit of information that came out was that the Pioneer ship that went on sale would then build habitation modules. They then did a around the verse video showing the different hab modules and the texturing on the hab modules. And then we didn't hear anything for a very long time in terms of like gameplay. But I would really express this towards the employees and people at Cloud Imperium that there's a large group of people that want to be able to have their own plot of land and develop their own plot of land, which we know we have the ability to with our beacons, but also to have this customization. Thank you, Doc. That's allowed. That's allowed. Thank you, Doc. And again, I will point people to Morphologist's video where he talks about, and it was a very well done video, where he talks about this, like this idea to be able to customize your own prefabbed buildings for your land. On different planets, there's going to be different needs, and the amount of detail that people actually do want to be able to customize their own place. It's there. The demand is there. So when we hear about these new constructions and we hear that they are linked to NPCs, we also want them for players. Red says you can customize with a bobblehead. Don't get me tilted. Red, you know exactly how I'm gonna start talking. If you start talking about those goddamn bobbleheads, you know what's gonna happen, dude. I'm not gonna stop talking about bobbleheads for the next 30 minutes. Stop with the bobbleheads. More with the personalized homes, architecture. I mean, it's there. The demand is there. And for people that are like, oh, feature creep, more stuff that's gonna take longer. Dude, the very core of the fun of this game is to be able to have your own place. Like, you want to be able to have your own place. That is there. That demand is always going to be there, especially with people that are playing this game and rooted into this game. I can guarantee you that a lot of people want to have their own place and their ability to give it a unique customization that makes it feel like it's their own home. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me here on the Inside Star Citizen review today. Let's finish up with Jared, and then we'll get into our bonus content afterwards. We're going to talk about what we think about Chris Roberts and the posting that he's been doing. I got a poll on that, and we're going to watch some of the stuff that Atmo sent me, Atmo Esports, with their practice of the first Hurt Locker, which is an event, I believe, on Magda. So we're going to watch that too after we're done here. So let's finish up this, and then we'll get on to the bonus material.
Of a lot of things around you, and that you'll have new and improved places to find all those things around you in the upcoming Alpha 3.11 and beyond. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys, that was great. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm ending it here. But if you're live on stream, you're in for a special treat because we're going to do some bonus content. And I want to thank everybody who's been watching this on YouTube, that you got through that first part with all that love. I hope you felt the love like we did here live. And thanks everybody for joining me on this episode of Inside Star Citizen Review.